Hi everyone, my name is Dachi, and yep, here we go. For the fourth time. First time our horrible experience. The third time, what game is looking to give me more horrible experience? I had to talk about this shit like third time, and now we go to the fourth time. Well, instead of doing a normal thing, like I hate this ship, I'm gonna try my best. Try to explain how to play this ship. And yes, we're gonna have to avoid the entire thing that we know currently. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, this is the gameplay for one video I have for the challenge, for the weird challenge. So, what the mean is, I can only use the 6.5 kilometers torpedo. I still can use a gun, I can still use my gun, I can use an A gun, well, that even though it exists anyways, but here it goes. So, the way it works is I'm gonna try to teach you guys how to play it, the ship. So, it means, if you try to use a 50 kilometer range, no, you have to avoid those using the torpedo, no matter what. Because I tested it out, it doesn't work really well. Instead, you want to use as much as you can with those close range combat torpedo, because most of the time you're gonna become close range. You're not gonna be long range. So yeah. You don't go torpedo out, you're not gonna wait for another extra time, just wait for the torpedo and just have to fire an extra cell again. No, you don't have time, you have to close in combat. You're just gonna have to be ready, fire out, sync them up, and here it goes. So, we're gonna keep starting beginning with over here. The first thing that you need to be careful is where you're putting this destroyer. First, you have to keep the eyes on the carrier, because yes, this is an A gun. It means you're gonna have to figure out a way to avoid those points. Second, any ship that has hydro, German hydro especially the German hydro, you want to avoid those because the German is a 6K hydro, depending on which one it is. So, but otherwise, avoid the German one as much as you can. So yeah. Oh, I did myself. I actually did not. Not the other one, of course. So this myself. Also, do not doing any gunfight for any destroyer, even if you shoot even if you have a gun ready to shoot. Do not shoot them. So yeah, let's get into it. First, on beginning match, and yes, it takes a while. Making sure you double check your map, what your ship is, and what is the load of the ship is look like, so that you know where you want to go. You want to go for outside, you want to go kind of sneak to the sea cap. So yeah. Remember, you also have to look at your team, because you don't even know what the tank gonna do. They may run away to the BA cap. You just never know. So you just have to keep the eyes on it. So I'm just gonna talk full speed right here. Very much. There's a full speed, so you can see the carrier is doing our CV is doing the spotting on AB, so that's good to help with that side. But remember, if you can see CV is on that side, it means he's gonna try to focus on that side mostly. And for enemy carrier, you have to keep eyes on their plane. Just in case anything goes wrong, they might go for you, so you have to try to make sure you try avoiding the planes. Like you can see, the Hornet twin is coming towards this side, so I'm decided to do one thing. Try to avoid driving close and go away by the button. Go away by driving around the edge to making sure I not get detected the planes. And yes, this mini map system is not actually really accurate, so I had to change the map a little big in the later future. So yeah, but too big, it feels like my eyes cut, they're burning. But it's because this thing, the wargaming is not making it match correctly, so they had to fix it. Keep going. So you can see I'm turning a really wide out because I'm trying to avoid getting detected by planes, because if it's detected, it's really hard to use the 6.5 kilometer torpedo. So the first thing you see is a lasso. So not really too much. I'm not just mostly ignoring that lasso mostly, but right now I'm trying my best to spawn a destroyer here, because I try to know which destroyer is going to be here, because there's Zazer, or I keep the name, and Megado. So, and then other spawning system is either tier 9 destroyer. And there's a Megado, and it means one thing is you do not want to fight a Megado, and most likely he's gonna try to chase you. So what you're gonna do is get your torpedo ready, and even though you're not gonna use your gun, so you're gonna have to turn away and see what that Megado doing. If he push away, he kind of forcing the Medallo, keep him spotted over and over again, make the Medallo thinking he have to push out, go drive away. But if he's driving really close to you and decide to turn it back to the cap, turn back to the your side, then you can start radio torpedo and fire it. Example, like this is the direction where the Megalo decides to drive back towards your side. It means this is a good time you can fire the torpedo when he's drawing straight line because the Megalo's speed is so fast that sometimes it can't even dodging it. That even his fast speed. Unless he slow down, but it is too late because it's really tough detecting the torpedo. So this part when torpedo is going to be fired, and he decides to drive straight line after a few seconds. This is the part. And remember, never fire your torpedo in the white line, because these are only consistently showing that the ship is the currently direction, not the future one. It means you're making sure the torpedo is a little more farther. Example, like the ship is at like a 45 degree, you don't get a little farther. If it's outside, like out of a 45 degree, you don't want to fire it because it's gonna run out of range. So let's keep on. And this is part is architected because he's gonna try to do a gunfight with me. So I'm trying not to shoot my gun because if I shoot my gun, it does nothing detect me. I cannot go dark. So it's rather just to stay dark and thinking I'm gonna try to run away because the Megalo thinking, oh, he's gonna run away. So here it goes. I'm gonna chase you very much. Here it goes. And the one other thing is that's what happened. You just forgot the thing you had a torpedo and you get to destroy it. So here it goes. That's where you take down the destroyer. And now the problem is the CB. If the CB now see because the teammate got destroyed it and they already see you, there's you over here. I mean, the carrier gonna try to bomb you. The first thing you do is you're just gonna try to go forward, pretty much. But it's starting to getting close. You don't want to stop your ship completely. And you know what type of carrier is? It means, yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it works. You just have to look for which the carrier is. Like, Hornet is an AP bomb, so it won't do too much, so I'm not worried about too much. What I did is I'm just kind of stop my ship, pretty much. One of the position right here, starting reversing. So when he dropped the bomb, he's just gonna drop in front of my notes, that's all. And then it does like few damage. And remember, it's always better to keep moving forward, but sometimes maybe better to reversing to do avoiding some damage. Because you try not to take too much damage. One of the things is this build is not survivability build. It means it's actually a losing hit points. It means I try to save as much hit points as possible, even though I don't have a captain build for the hit points, because I changed the build a little bit. So here it goes. And now there are 3 ships you can pick to target from. Lazo, you're mostly gonna try to go for the last. So your main target is mostly gonna be battleships that are really easy to hit, that are bigger hull, harder to turn, and maybe so that is the best target over here. And there's not just 1, but 2. So yeah. But remember, if enemy is pushing on you, you want to avoid as much as you can. And also try not to blind fire, because this, by the way, one of the mistakes I ever did on the gameplay is that because it's the first time I actually been using the 6.5 the entire time. So one of the big mistakes is I was thinking about trying how to gonna do this torpedo, because that Minnesota decided to keep left and right. Because one of the problems about the 6.5 is if enemies are turning away, those torpedoes are gonna miss. So it means if enemies keep turning left, right, it means those torpedoes are not gonna do anything because they're just too fast. They are not able to just kind of go change directions. Like a submarine torpedo, of course. Oh well, keep going. And then one of the things, the double-sided side, I smoke up and I fire the torpedo randomly, thinking about where he may go, and also the causing the entire spotting gone because I'm the spotting here. There's no CV support, it means really tough spotting. While also enemy CV is coming, so that actually smoke helped me a little bit going dark. Because if I don't go dark with that part and CV spot me, I can get destroyed by the Minnesota if it's gonna real this. So. And also the point is that because there's the Minnesota in the cap, it's not good idea to keep power in the cap, but rather drive out and keep the spotting going. So here it goes. keep the spotting going. It's always try to help your to teammate a little bit to be able to see the ship around, so they can at least think about if they want to push or not. This is the part where the thing begins. Is that you're looking at the map and you're thinking, do I want to go close to the B cap, or why don't drive around to the front and try to torpedo the missile on the cap first, then the other one. So here it goes. You gotta keep the eyes on, and not only that, you gotta keep the eyes on the radar, carrier planes, carrier position, and any ship that has a hydro position. So yeah, you're gonna have to be really careful playing this ship. It's not just easy. And this is the part what you won't see, is that the Minnesota is starting reversing, going forward over and over again. So the torpedo fire style, you have to completely fire different way. Like, remember, I try to go for the lasso first because it's more easy to target. And yes, very much. Because Lazo decided to drive into the fighting zone and getting himself killed. So that's the way you use a torpedo. If they decide to push forward, they're gonna sink. Because the torpedo range is actually semicolon range if you drive forward. So that will be one down. And this is the part where you see it, is that Siegfried is right here. Siegfried is a really heavy ship, and it's about hydro. Yeah, you don't want to drive too close. So one is, if you're already out of torpedo, your torpedo is still reeling, you want to drive away as fast as you can before the hydro hit you, because when you get hydro, you're pretty much doomed. And most of the time, you're not going to even fire a torpedo at them because they're going to dodge it, because they already see it. So it's always better to avoid the ship that has a hydro, or try to draw away from it and let the hydros down. And you want to make sure you're counting down the time, knowing how long is the hydro going to be on, and when the hydro is down, so you can know when the next hydro is going to be ready soon. Like pretty much between like 130 seconds, you have to do a math countdown right there in the brain. So here it goes. And the good thing is that I got a teammate help me to be able to sink the Siegfried that are getting close to me. So yeah, the carrier helping at the same time, so allow a little bit support. And now the Siegfried is now gone. That means the Minnesota is complete by itself right here. Now I'll be able to see anything. This part is really risky because I detect it, but it's okay because I know that Minnesota is going to be sinking by my torpedo. I fire one side forward right here, one side backwards. So if the Minnesota is going forward, he's going to need one torpedo or two. While he's reversing, he's going to need one or two. It means either one is going to hit. It's not just gonna hit all of them at the same time, but it's just gonna be one of them that's gonna hit. At least one set's gonna hit, not two of them are all gonna hit. Because I don't know if the set is gonna keep reversing or going forward, so I have to do a guess for it. And the game is already done for this point, and now your job is just to do whatever you like. At the point of pre-closed, you just do whatever you want. Get the cab, it goes to the cab, that's pretty much all, because the game is over. Your job is done. So the enemy you can put down and sink them slowly. And see? And you can see some spot destroyer and shoot a gun if you want. So there it goes. And that'll be the end of the game. Pretty easy. Who needs a 650 column torpedo? So, yeah, one of the things, if you really want to use a 15 column range torpedo, I recommend don't use it. Just don't even think about using this ship. If you only play 15 column torpedo, go play Udachi. That's better ship. You get better radar system. But if you really want a long range torpedo, Shimakazu is a good choice too. Or you can play UYGLZ too. So yeah. I mean 6.4K is 5K is really tough to use in. But if you use to the ship, the torpedo system, you actually play really well. That is what game is just completely screw the ship up, because what game just don't really care. They just really want to screw the ship up. They give the ship a 15 column torpedo that doesn't do anything. Here it goes. By the way, if you didn't know, I actually did not use 15 column torpedo the entire game, and also keep firing my 16.5 torpedo over and over again. It means you're always using that torpedo. You're not going to waiting it. You're always just using it. Because you're always being the front line. So it means you're not going to use a 15 column torpedo. It's going to take really long time hitting a target, and it's easy to get dodging it. So it means rather than the long range is slower, just use the 6.5 because you're already in the front line. You're going to shoot torpedo. Here it goes. You just have to be careful with radar, planes, and hydro, and then the submarines and other DDs that have a good gun system and it's concealment. So But anyway, this is like consuming with 1.4. So yeah. And also the speed build making it even more faster. So yeah. Even though the damage are 42k, you're not really care about damage. So your job is to slow the enemy gameplay down really hard. Slow them, harass them, make sure they're not able to do anything they can to get a cap, and to complete make them out of position. So yeah. Super for you is really tough to use it, but if you use it a lot of time, it's enjoyable. So yeah, by the way, that is my first game. It means being on the third, it's not bad, but I think about maybe between like 5, 6, maybe bottom 1, because yeah, I mean, I didn't do too much right there. I just kind of scout out, getting a cap, kind of slow the cap down, mostly just kind of slow enemy down a little bit. I mean, even the sleepy game is kind of really hard to play in, and there's a hydro, but if you play careful, you're gonna do a really well game. So yeah. And the torpedo damage. Even though you get 4 torpedo hit, but that is still better than having a 0 hit torpedo with a 450 column torpedo. Your gun, you're not really using it. I mean, I should like torch out. Half the hit, not bad actually. It's really good accuracy. So yeah. I mean, even though the torpedoes are short range, they're really hard to use. But if you're used to it, it's good. Damage is 40k, almost 40k. While each torpedo does like almost like 10k damage right there. It's the calculating right, because depending on where you're gonna hit, either the hull or the tail. So, or depending on how many hit points the ship have. So, yeah. I would say, if you see a ship, you can actually build master it. But the thing is, I still don't recommend this ship, even though I actually kind of enjoy the 5675. But I don't want to recommend this ship to other people, because if half the ship is not usable, like the 15 column is you're not gonna use those, then what's the point of other ship torpedo? If you're just using a 6.5 all the time, why did that thing exist? Maybe just remove that torpedo, give the buff on the 6.5 torpedo. I would rather just do that. Maybe give that like 7k. But otherwise, I mean, it's not a bad ship. I try to love it. It's just working. It just really want to push us to the bottom of the ocean for me. So yeah, that's the end of the video for this one. And this is the last one. I'm going to do the Minegumo. There will be another one. Trust me. If we decide to buff this thing like later in the next patch, I may do it again. Just please. I'm already a nightmare. I mean, I even have to go ready for like 3 hours for the taxi from a vacation. So I decided to do this video, so keep myself awake. And I even got a coffee right here. Just to keep myself awake. So in the end, I do not recommend the ship unless you want to play with your risk, with your life. Risk play. And most of the super players are mostly playing non-risk type. It means they want to play as safe as possible. So here it goes. And for me, I like risky. I like to play risk game. Rather than just playing a normal ship, normal thing, I like to play risky. I like to play as risk as possible. Because I want to play as much as different style as possible for each ship and see where it works, where it not works. And that's the reason why I built a gun build in the early time, because what happened with build gun build? Maybe stuff changing. So here you go. That's the reason why I'm over here now. With a concealment torpedo build. And a little small become gun build at the same time, even though it's kind of reduce the gun real speed because the silence. So but it's okay. The gun is still good. So yeah. So in the end, I do not recommend this ship, but if you want to buy it, go for it. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. It's your own opinion. Each of your own opinion. My opinion is that I do say it's a good ship. It's just the Wargame didn't put effort inside there. They just kind of just left it there. I mean, the thing going torpedo with that speed, it came from the Yoshino, 20 kilometer range, but by reducing like 5 kilometer range. The torpedo is not bad. because they're actually kind of slow, but they actually got a little lucky hit. That's pretty good. It close range combat too. But this one is different. I kind of hope that we're going to at least kind of do some change to the torpedo system for this one. For you, we need a little buff, and then maybe give the real booster. That's it. So, if I'm doing the buff leadership for this one, I will say, changing the 50 column torpedo speed from the 60 knot to 70 knots, to same as the Udashi torpedo. Torpedo range don't change. That's okay. And then the last thing you're getting at the real booster. They really need to add that one because I actually have one, but not for the Minegumo. This is Asashiro class. Why did not have one? Like, yeah, Asashiro got the torpedo real booster. Even got smoke. Well, this doesn't even have it. So, what do you mean? If you're watching this, please buff it. At least buff either one. Buff either getting a torpedo real booster or give extra speed for the Infinity Carburetor torpedo. Otherwise, this ship is largely half useless for the weapon that it has. Because people are going to use a 635 torpedo, and that's it. They just ignore the 50 calorie torpedo. It didn't even matter. They didn't even exist. So, yeah. That's the end of the video. I'll see you guys 2 weeks. After 2 weeks. Because I'm only for like 10 days, so, yeah. Have a nice day. Good luck in 0.13.1 patch. And I'll see you guys on the next patch. I don't even know what the next patch is going to be out, so, yeah. The end of my 4th thought, and mostly more about how do you play Minegumo? Yeah, Jesus Christ, what am I doing right there? The end.